Hello, welcome back to Chris's beer reviews. Thank you tuning. Thank you very much for tuning in to this one. It's another Guinness and Brewdog video. I'm sure you're fed up of seeing them on YouTube, but I'm not fed up of doing them because I'm really enjoying the Nitrosurge Guinness. I'm really enjoying the Brewdog Black Heart. I've really got into the Brewdog Black Heart and I'm starting to favour it over the Guinness. But the Nitrosurge Guinness is also fantastic. So we're going to review Black Heart up against Guinness Draught. I'm moving them carefully, there's a reason. And we're going to use the Nitrosurge on both. It's a fair comparison, isn't it, to do the Draught Guinness against the Draught Brewdog Black Heart, and why not run them both through the Surger? It makes sense to do both the Draught ones rather than Nitrosurge versus Brewdog, etc. But I'll probably do that as well. There's so many videos. These beers have got legs, haven't they, in terms of how many videos we can do with these. And like I say, I'm sorry if you're all getting bored of seeing it on YouTube, but I'm not getting bored of doing them yet. So apologies, but not sorry. But there you go. Anyway, so both of these I have, because we're using this, I have done the pinprick method. I've did that off camera. We don't need to see that on camera. It takes ages because you really need to let that gas out very, very slowly because you don't want to activate the nitro systems that are in these. So you have to do it super, super slow. So it takes time. But there is a pinprick in the top of each can, just inside the top part of a ring pull. So I put that pinprick just in there, and I've let the gases out. But like I say, did that off camera. You don't need to see that. I'm going to use two pretty much identical glasses. One's got the Chris's beer reviews glass, and another one's a Boddington's, but they're both the same size pint glass. I do have the Black Heart glass, but to keep the comparison fair, we're putting them both in exactly the same size and shape glasses to keep it fair. I'm not going to do the two pour method on these either. I'm just going to pour it all in one. They're only for 40 cans, so we're just going to get on with it. So let's do the Brewdog. Let's turn that on and let's pour it. I'm no expert on pouring with this Nitrosurge. I've had a lot of great comments on the videos, but yeah, we'll just pour. But like I said, I'm not going to do the two-part pour method. Apologies if that upsets anybody. We're just going to let this go. There's 440 cans, so it's not going to fill this pint glass up anyway. You can certainly hear the Surger doing its thing. There we go, so make sure that's all in. Pretty much is. And yeah, it's certainly doing its thing. I can't say the Guinness thing. There's a few bubbles stuck to the side of that glass, but it's certainly doing that lovely nitro thing that it does. So we'll leave that one there to settle. Let's pop the top off of that one. Now I'm going to give this a quick wipe out. Cloths over the other room. Don't want to contaminate beers with, well, contaminate the flavour of a bit of Brewdog beer, but I'll do the best I can. Doesn't seem to be anything in the nozzle. So let's now pour the Guinness. Again, like I said, I'm not going to two-part pour. Let's turn it back on because it does turn itself off. And let's do this one. Certainly hear the device making that lovely surging noise. I'm going to have to do a revisit video maybe, because I wasn't a big fan of this device, and since I've had it, I've been testing it and using it on numerous cans and things, and I've got into it and I like it, and I think it is worth its money now. So I need to do a correction video really, and say now that I've got into it, I think it's a great little device and I do recommend it. There you go. Oops. Let's pop that, take that off. So we've got the Guinness and we've got the Black Heart. So let's just wait for the Guinness to do its thing, but it looks exactly like what the Black Heart was doing. Maybe it looks a little bit busier on the surge in front. I'm just going to leave it alone. But the head, I think the heads are going to come up pretty much the same sort of size. They look good, don't they? They do look good. There's the Brewdog Black Heart, and it, you know, that does look very, very nice indeed. Can we form peaks on that head? Yeah, we can. We can draw a little face, a little smiley face. Looks superb. Slightly darker head, I think, than the Guinness. Only slightly, little slight tan look on that head. But the Guinness is still settling, still plodding along. The Guinness does take longer than the Black Heart did. But anyway, so while we're waiting for the Guinness, let's get tasting of the Black Heart. And like I say, I've got really into this Black Heart. I think it's a really good stout. As long as Brewdog keep it at £1.75 and do multi-packs at decent prices, for the casual kind of Guinness drinker like myself, I'm leaning more towards buying Black Heart. Anyway, let's get cracking. I've done too much talking. Oh, that's delightful. Absolutely delightful. Super smooth. I'm still convinced that nitro system knocks some of the flavour out using this. I'm sure it does, but that is so smooth. It's got nice roast to it. I have started picking up more on the kind of chocolate and the kind of delicate coffee, but it is very slight, the chocolate and the coffee elements to it. But that is such a super smooth mouthfeel. That is absolutely glorious. Right, the Guinness has done its thing. So let's have a little go on the Guinness. We can definitely form peaks in there. Yeah, slightly better actually. Let's go on the Guinness. Cheers. Oh, so that Nitrosurge device it really does smooth things out. I mean, Draught itself and that straight out the can without the surge are smooth, but doing that pin trick and running them, what a mouthfeel, running them through that Nitrosurge, it really does add a different element. And I'm going to have to go back and do another video and now start singing its praises, because I did say it was a waste of money, but it absolutely isn't. And you can use it on any nitro stout with the pin prick. How fantastic. You know, the conditioning down the side is fairly similar for both similar sized mouthfuls that I had there. Head on the Guinness is staying a little bit taller than the one on the Brewdog. It's really, really difficult to split these. Really difficult to split them. It's so difficult. It's so difficult to split them. Really difficult. They're both superb through that system. They both are good. If I had to, and I'm going to, I'm sorry Guinness fans, I really am. The Brewdog wins it. The Brewdog just has a little bit more on the flavour profile than the Guinness. They're both fantastic through the Nitrosurge, absolutely fantastic, and it probably is as close as you're ever going to get to a Guinness in a pub, or even the Black Heart in a Brewdog bar, by running it through that system. Both fantastic, both very difficult to split. I'm loving messing around with this device and doing all these videos with these products, which you're probably all going to get sick of, but I'm enjoying myself. I'm having a good time. But for me, the Brewdog wins it, and I've bashed the life out of Brewdog, and I absolutely rinsed Brewdog in a review I did last night of this Stunt Double West Coast IPA. I have reviewed it. I don't know when I'm going to put that up, but if you want to see that review sharpish, then put something in the comments. That got an absolute rinsing, but that's a good beer, and credit to Brewdog, especially at the price they're doing it. I've waffled on for way too long. Hope you enjoyed this video, along with the many that all the other beer reviewers and everybody else are doing. I will see you all on the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye now.